Is it starting now?
To Yavuz. Yes. Yes, guys.
Guys, look, we're here in front of you again. We're continuing to go through the weeks of our second year. Look, you see, you have to hold it up straight with pride like this. Straight. The stick of the racket.
Hold the racket stick upright. Upright, upright.
Yes. Barifet is subject to compliments. Don't forget to like and watch. 3, 2, 1, action.
Action.
We're here with an official news report, friends.
Yes, could you please present the news?
I'm presenting the news. Professor Devrim has retired. He has withdrawn from the medical community. Just when we thought he was done, we saw that he had added yet another skill to his repertoire. He went and got a new certificate and a master craftsman diploma and hung them up in his shop. Now, Professor Devrim is a stitcher. A hair stitcher. Yes.
A hair stitcher.
Yes.
A professional hair stitcher.
He has a professional hair stitcher certificate. Professor, how much would it cost for me? Look, from here to there.
Now, I'm going to tell you something, but
Would you do it?
a truly painful deep plunge. More, Professor.
Let's do it as a favor, as friends,
All right. Okay. Your head. Come on. Don't be like that. We'll do it at cost.
at cost. All right. Well, if I bring the materials myself, would it be even cheaper?
I'm just a token record. How about this? I'll gather the stuff and one day we'll come over to your place.
Are you going to do it at home?
Yes, let Sarat prepare a table for us. While she's setting the table in the kitchen, I'll get to work.
Can do the job. All right. I'm signing its form in the kitchen.
Just between us.
So you're not joking, right, Professor? Now, a true hair transplant master.
Now, my dearest viewers, the Ministry of Health of the Republic of Turkey launched a training program last month. Very interesting. Of course, those who aren't interested in the topic don't hear about it, about something like this. Hair Implant Practitioner Certificate. This is something interesting. Someone who will medically supervise the hair implantation process. They will be present during the procedure. They will be qualified to perform the procedure themselves. They launched a program to train doctors. For this purpose, such training will be given to general practitioners who have been practicing for more than 10 years and to specialist physicians who have been practicing for more than 5 years. He did, or rather last month. This training is also very interesting. The cost of 1 month's education in this shortage is 475,000 lira. 475,000 lira.
So 20 is almost minimum wage.
How much minimum wage? How much money?
22,500.
Yes, that's almost 20 times the minimum wage. You're right. Of course, with my retirement pension, there was no way I could afford something like this. But a sponsor who wanted to employ me encouraged me and made it possible for me to take this training. And so I found myself involved in something that, as a doctor, I had never been interested in before. Other than laughing about it from afar, I had never engaged with the subject at all. I can't say I wasn't surprised by the scale of the issue in Turkey. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. I guess the state doesn't really know the scope of it, because there are so many angles to it, of the subject. This business probably has an annual turnover close to $1 billion.
Professor, I typed it into Google. Yes, I asked artificial intelligence, which country in the world performs the most hair transplants? It says Turkey is number 1
Yes,
by a wide margin.
by a wide margin. And the prices in Turkey are very affordable. With Turkey's, especially Istanbul's, increased air connectivity to the world, this business has also accelerated. I've been involved in this subject for about a month. It's something incredible. A person comes here from Australia for just 2.5 days, gets a hair transplant, and the next day, the bandage on their head is removed and washed. Then they get in a car and head to the airport. With their medication in hand, they return to Australia.
Yes. So, doctor, what is the mechanism behind this process? What exactly do you do?
Here's how this process works. First, in Japan,
Doctor, you didn't explain it to me the way you just did. So, doctor, how does this actually work in your opinion? It's actually very simple. You take it from the back and stick it to the front.
yes, we take it from the back and attach it to the front. That's the summary of what we do.
Take it from the back.
Move it to the front, take it from the back, move it to the front, take it from the back, move it to the front. But of course, there's an and a min to this process. In the 1960s and 70s, people in Japan tried this out. After it worked, they kept developing it further and further, together with engineering. 90% of hair loss is androgenic. That is, it's related to male hormones.
And 90% of men get it done.
Likewise, 90% of those who get it done
Are men.
But there are, of course, some women as well. You know, there are those women who have a bit of masculinity in them, the tough ones. That masculinity inside them also causes hair loss in women. Androgenic alopecia is also seen in women.
Professor, so do patients ask, why not get a hair transplant? Do they?
They do. A patient asked me. He said, "You're a doctor. Haven't you ever thought about getting it done?" That's what he said. It's entirely about expectations.
Is it your partner's expectation?
Bro, your own expectations. The expectations you tell your partner, the ones you don't tell your partner, your other partner's expectations, right?
Professor,
I can't say anything beyond this point.
I can't say it.
Yes. Up to here, I can't say beyond. I won't find my way home.
I able?
Yes.
Professor, so do you only transplant hair?
We transplant what we can find.
People get mustache transplants.
There are. We do mustache transplants.
There are even lower.
We go further down.
Really?
Really. If someone wants, we put it on the side of their belly. It's also possible below the belly.
Wow, what's going on here?
Yes. For example, interestingly, it's possible to take hair from the beard and put it on the scalp. It's possible to take hair from the scalp and put it on the beard. Or if someone has a lot of hair on their arms, you can take it from the arm and transplant it. All of these have been tried, but these ones are more vibrant. For example, you take it from the arm. The hairs, the follicles, you transfer from the arm to the scalp. Since they're not as vital as scalp follicles, they end up looking weak among the others. There are such drawbacks. But since the tissue underneath is your own, it's called an autograft, meaning your body doesn't react against your own tissue. You can take it from here and transfer it there. It's possible to transplant eyebrows. It's possible to transplant a beard. It's possible to reshape it.
I see. So, doctor, here's the thing. Let's say someone had epilation done on a certain area.
Yes,
It's been cleared of hair.
cleared.
And then they regret it. Like, I truly wish this particular area looked a bit more hairier. It really would have been much better. And then as a result, they often get a hair transplant.
Yes, it happens. And in fact, I saw a patient like that just 2 weeks ago. A patient like that came from England to have follicle transfer done to the area where epilation was performed.
If you have the money, it gets done. Yes.
At this current point in time, the field of modern medicine has, to a considerable extent, dedicated and applied its extensive scientific knowledge and advanced research findings to the dedicated service and benefit of the ever-evolving realm of cosmetics. The world is flowing in that direction because of transportation.
I mean, after all, this is an invasive procedure, what we call a bleeding procedure.
Yes, absolutely.
Does this also have a risk? Absolutely. And it must be explained to the patient. A consent form must also be obtained.
There is a very detailed consent process. The medical histories of incoming patients are investigated in advance through call centers. For example, this is very important. Among these incoming patients, there are some who are HIV positive but do not disclose it. There are patients who have hepatitis C but do not disclose it. There are people who put both themselves and the medical teams performing the procedure at risk. It is important to be aware of these.
If it is not done under sterile conditions, the virus can be transmitted to others.
It can be transmitted. Yes, it can be transmitted. Of course, this also has complications, just like any surgical procedure.
The mortality rate is 0. No, it's not.
I mean, it's really very illogical. It's such a senseless thing, but you see it in the news. There are patients who are lost due to underlying diseases
Such as allergic reactions.
or due to significant cardiological reasons and their potential adverse effects on the body's overall health and well-being.
This is something known as well.
This is something that should be known as well. Especially medical history is extremely important, and it's a big mistake to overlook it. Of course, there's also something strange about this. For the team with doctors, 95% of those who have this procedure done are men. They're not as picky as women. They are easier to please, they become happy more easily, and they are less selective. This is a marketing advantage. Most of the people who come in are not of advanced age. Many of them are under the age of 50. Because they are under 50, they tend to have fewer comorbidities. This creates a kind of occupational blindness in the teams. They think nothing will happen anyway. However, you need to look at each case individually. There are people who have never had their blood pressure checked until they come here, or
People who don't even know they have diabetes, tissue healing, wound healing. There are many reasons for that. Even among those who don't smoke, there's a big difference.
the person has had cancer. They've been on cancer medication continuously. These cytostatics have a very significant effect on hair loss. For example, the chance of success in these patients less.
Congratulations, Professor.
Honestly, I don't even know how much of this I can do myself, but it was something I had never been interested in or informed about until now. Because of retirement, I ended up diving headfirst into this kind of topic. For those who have any questions about hair transplantation, implantation, transplantation, allograft, or autograft, please leave your comments under this program. We are waiting for you to write them.
Professor, and because of this, one of your feet has now moved from Izmir to Istanbul.
Yes, that's why one of my feet is now in Istanbul. But in Istanbul, I'm visiting some very beautiful places for you. From the places I visited recently, there are some nice shorts, interesting topics, and hopefully some great videos about history that will prepare for you.
Professor, may everyone have it done just the way they want. May they make it as thick as they wish.
Wherever they want.
Let them have it done wherever they want. Themselves, their partner, third parties. Group.
Far from our homes, O Lord, far from our homes. Yes,
Professor, in hair transplantation, there's a difference between the part a person sees in the mirror and the part they can't see. There's a difference. Yes, it's not seen the same way from the back as it is from the front. If they saw it, maybe they wouldn't even get it done. For example, since I have hair in this area, I feel like I've never lost any hair at all.
before we finish the program, I'd like to share a little anecdote.
Of course, go ahead.
A qissa in Arabic is kind of like what we call a joke or a story. Once upon a time, a man's donkey had two foals. They were twin foals. The poor man took the foals and sold them at the market. A rich man bought one of the foals. The foal that the rich man bought went to a house with two children. They immediately made a saddle for the foal. With barley, dried grapes, and plenty of feed, the foal grew more and more, its coat shining beautifully. The children only rode the foal, going to school and coming back. A woodcutter bought the other foal. He was very poor. Well, it's a story after all. The two foals lived in houses next to each other. The woodcutter took his foal to the woods every day. He loaded the firewood onto its back. Its spine became bent. Its belly was almost touching the ground. It couldn't carry the firewood anymore. When the foal from the rich house saw the condition of his brother, he was very upset. He went to his master and said, "Master," he said, "this is my brother. Next door. He's about to die. His fur has turned white. His belly is touching the ground." That's what he said. "Can't we take him?" He said. "Of course," he said. "You go and tell him, if his owner sells him, I can buy him," he said. Happily, he ran to his brother. "Brother," he said, "your situation is really bad. Your fur has turned white. Your belly is about to touch the ground. Our master wants to buy you. He will buy you." "That's not it," says the donkey. "Foal." He said, "Why don't you ask me first? Do I want to come?" "I don't want to come," he said. "Why?" "It's a very bad situation." He said, "I have expectations." "What expectation?" He said, "I can't say. I have expectations." Another year passed. After a year, his belly was even closer to the ground. His fur had turned even whiter. He ran off. "Brother, look, you're going to die. You're miserable.
Don't do it.
Don't hold on." He said, "No." He said, "I have expectations. I can't come." In the third year, when he was about to die, he went to him. He said, "Now, whatever expectations you have, tell me." He said, "Look, I can't take it anymore. You're going to die. I can't bear to see you like this. When he said that, he said, the first night I came to this house, the woodcutter and his wife had a fight upstairs. The woodcutter said to his wife, if you do this again, I'll give you to the spa downstairs. He said, that's what I was waiting for. Yes,
So it turns out that hope keeps people alive.
yes, this expectation can bring a Davo from Australia to Turkey. He'll even get a hair transplant here, my friend.
Let's wish him the best.
Yes. So if you have any expectations, we're waiting for you in Istanbul.
Yes, goodbye. Stay tuned to Cinemalik.
Stay healthy. Stay hairy.